Ladies and gentlemen, John Dorenbos is joining us. Good day, John.
Rockstar, thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Anytime, bud. So, dude, it's how long since you've been and performed Magic live? Has there been a pause on that, or we know you haven't been in the area performing in a little while?
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half, right? So we're just getting up and going and excited to do so.
I have to ask you because I mentioned this to Casey. I watched the series Hacks with Gene Smart, which I thought was very funny. You appear in that, correct? That's you as the magician in one scene, correct?
Yeah, it was one of those things where HBO called and they're like, "Hey, HBO Max," and the director's like, "Hey, we need a magician. Gene Smart's this comedian, and will you play yourself?" And I was like, "Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is you want me to be on an HBO Max HBO show as myself?" Yeah, I think I can make that happen.
Right. No, it was a cool scene because there was a big party and she's at this palatial estate, and Caitlin Olsen was there as well. And but that was, you had to be shooting that during COVID restrictions and stuff like that, right? Was there a whole bunch of, the party seemed packed, but I'm sure they took extra precautions.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it's the insurance companies, right? So a ton of precaution. It's funny because it's like 6 seconds, right? It was like 5 days, you know what I mean? But it's like you get 6 seconds. What was really, really cool is when I used to play for the Bills, Chris McDonald, who's an actor in a ton of stuff. I love his stuff. He was Shooter McGavin. And
he's great.
He's from upstate New York, so he would go to a lot of games. So him and I would hang out like way back in the day. And so when I sat next to him, I was like, "Hey, Chris." He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm Chris. I'm like, "Dude, Dorenbos, long snapper, Bills." He was like, "Oh my God!" It's kind of we got to hang out for a few days, and he's such a nice guy.
He seems like a great dude.
Well, your beard is more pronounced right now, so maybe that was part of it too.
Well, it's called children. The grays are coming in. Giving it a good shadow,
How many kids do you have now?
Yeah, one. I should have said child.
Oh, okay.
But a split personality. Yeah.
But my wife takes care of me too, so she has children.
Yeah, she's got two.
Hey, John, when you're putting together your act, your show, and I haven't seen, you've performed for us many times here in the studio, but I've never gone to your actual live show. What's it like? Because there's various types of magicians. There are people who put on a big, lots of pyrotechnics and effects, and there's people, the ones that I find more impressive are the ones who are mainly doing sleight of hand and really blowing you away with their storytelling and all the stuff that goes along with that. What's your style?
Well, perfect intro because lucky for you, I'm a storyteller, sleight of hand, and we do some big stuff. So I'm really proud of the show. It's my life story. And so it's the ups and downs that I've had through life, the magic that I found along the way that got me out of it. It's inspiring. It's motivating. Look, we do some mind-blowing magic, obviously, because that's what I love to do. But I promise you it's not like this gratuitous magic show where you just dance around and want to be David Copperfield. I love that. I just don't want to be that.
Right.
It's funny because the first... I grew up with like Blackstone the Magician and all these, and Houdini, obviously, and all this stuff. And there was that sort of presentation, the presentation where there was a narrative that would start to move in, where there was a story told through the magic, started to happen, I guess. Maybe it was Doug Henning, one of the first, who kind of did like a connected narrative with the magic. Is that correct, John?
Yeah. And Lance Burton did an interview way back when, and it was basically like the hardest part about magic is to get people to care. If I do a dove routine, why do people care?
Right.
And my style has always just gone towards telling personal experience and life stories that obviously, so when you tell a personal story, people connect to it, people relate to it, and then people start thinking about things in their life that are similar, right? And so it's a way to trigger. And then all of a sudden you do magic and it breaks down this barrier, this wall, and people become vulnerable like kids. And so now what you say to me is 10 times more impactful. Look, I'm a big fan of your show. I'm a big fan of rock and roll. I wanted to be a rock star. I can't sing. I can't dance. I can't play an instrument. Check that off the old box. But cards and magic became my instrument, and now the ballad or the jam can be whatever it is you say around it.
That's awesome.
John, did you happen to see a special on Hulu called In and of Itself with a guy named Derek Delgadio?
First of all, huge fan of Delgadio. I'm like the only magician that has not seen this yet. I have no excuse. I've been wanting to see this. I heard it's phenomenal.
It's just really super unique, and that's what I think is really cool about taking what you do and putting a unique spin on it. And he's very much tells the story of his life as well during that show.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make a promise to the Preston and Steve show. I will be watching it tonight.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
But it's similar in your life story, which has so many. I mean, if you were to just get up and do a TED Talk about your life, that alone would be interesting. You have such rich fodder to draw upon for the magic. But as you start to develop a show and change it and alter it, and add illusions and tricks or whatever you like to refer to them as, where do you get the opportunity to go do that? Do you have a warehouse, or do you have, not that you're like David Copperfield making planes disappear or whatever, but do you have an actual lab or something that you go to where you work on this stuff?
Yeah, I have a lab. It's my house at Oak Brook Circle.
That's it.
That little garage over there on the side that we don't quite use, that we don't know what to do with the lawnmower, so we shove it in there.
And it's that simple. You just go in and a room in your house and.
Yeah, you know what? I got a great creative team, and so Blake Voigt, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is the guy behind David Blaine, all his TV stuff for years and years.
Well,
we're really good friends. Yeah, we're good friends. But what these people are really good at is when us three get in a room and we jam. It's like songwriting, right? Some people just gel, and it's important to know one another's style, and so they kind of get my style. And we just create stuff, which is fun.
You know, it's funny because so many musicians, and the words sound very similar, by the way. But you know, you'll take a chord progression and turn it a little bit and make it something new. And I get that impression as being the same with magicians. Okay, there's this old style trick. We're going to turn it, do this, put this narrative behind it, and make it something new. Is that a large part of what you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's like music. There's like 5 chords. Am I right?
Yeah.
I should know that. Six chords. Well, magic, there's 5 things you can do, and I should probably know these 5. You can disappear, you can reappear, you can change, and there's like 2 other things you can do.
Right.
So it's taking a spin on that.
You're getting a little too intricate for us.
Well,
let me ask you
I was expecting manipulation. Some of these other
You change, you disappear, you come back, and then there's 3 other things.
2 other things.
So, all right. So there have been some in the magic world. There have been some constants, obviously, but there has been new variables over the years in technology and stuff. And over the last year, with being able to do things via Zoom and virtually, has that presented itself any new opportunities for you?
Yeah, so in the Zoom world, which is here we are. I did a lot of like keynotes. Believe it or not, the virtual keynote speaking market was out of this world, right? And so I'd be able to do tricks through Zoom, which is kind of cool. I created a few things. Now it's a completely different medium. It's a completely different way of doing things. Right now you're isolated in this little frame here, so it was a fun, challenging time.
Do you get called? I mean, obviously, I know when I was doing stand-up comedy, I used to do corporate gigs fairly often. Is that still out there? Substantially with so many people working from home and all that change because of what we just went through. Is that still a rich area for you as a magician to work in?
The Zoom market?
The corporate, corporate events and things of that nature. Yeah. Is that a big money maker for you without getting? Yeah, but I don't need a dollar amount.
Yeah, baby, throw me the money. But not so much as a magician. Like I said, I get hired out as a speaker, and I get to do whatever magic I want within that.
I got
One of the best advice I ever got was my rookie year, and this guy Kevin Elko, he's a speaker, and I was in the weight room. He's like, "Hey, I'll give you a couple $100 to go talk to these bankers." I was like, "I'm in." He goes, "You know that stupid little pencil trick you do?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "They'll eat it up. Tell your story how you went to college." So I was like, "Okay." And then afterwards, he literally pulled me aside and he goes, "Listen, kid." I was 23. He goes, "Listen, kid, I'm going to give you some advice. Look, the magic's cute. I get it. You need to be a speaker, and you'll thank me for it." And so I've been a speaker ever since. And obviously, the cap that companies are willing to spend on a magician is quite a bit smaller than a speaker.
Right.
And so
true.
You can call me whatever you want.
Just a reminder, John's going to be at Borgata Music Box on Friday, 2 shows. By the way, John, so what role does football play in your life now? Just a observer or anything else?
I have some friends call me here and there, and they'll have because a lot of the guys I played with now are coaching either high school, college, or whatever, and they'll have a snapper or a specialist. And they'll say, "Hey, man, can you work with this kid? Can you give me some advice?" And we can do it over Zoom. We can do it live. And so I'm just kind of like the guy that just kind of goes in, helps out. Believe it or not, there's been some coaches that have left the Eagles and gone on to other teams, and they're like, hey, we'd love to bring you in here and just kind of help build the culture of an organization, which for me, I think that was a bigger compliment than help me with X's and O's. I think that was kind of a role I had with the Eagles for a long, long time, and that was, establish a culture, get a sense of community and family within a locker room, care about one another, and then you don't have to be the greatest of athletes to win.
I have a very objective question to ask you, John. Which fans are crazier, Bills fans or Eagles fans? Because Bills fans over the last few years have really upped their game in the level of craziness that they bring. The Bills Mafia, as I think now, kind of rivals the insanity that Eagles fans bring every week.
I'll say this. I mean, anybody that's out there in minus 20-degree weather with no shirt on, run around in the parking lot, I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different level of crazy. For those that have never been to Buffalo, wow. It was like the greatest thing that ever happened to me to get picked up by the Bills. And then it was like the greatest thing that ever happened to me to get released by the Bills. Because that place was hard. I mean, it was like, now look, you're talking about a kid who came from Southern California. So like I had seen snow, but I had never seen snow.
Yeah, that is snow.
And, and now keep in mind, I kind of hacked my way into college, right? I sent somebody else's film. So when I got into the NFL, I was still trying to figure out how to snap. And so to go to Buffalo and try and play in that weather and be a specialist. Look, I played with Drew Bledsoe. That guy had one of the strongest arms I've ever seen. I remember there was games that he couldn't even throw a 10-yard out because the wind was so bad.
Yeah.
And then the coach was ticked off at me that I couldn't snap one. Drew can't throw it 10 yards. You want me to look between my legs?
Yeah.
Right.
John, I went to the Eagles-Bills game, oh, God, it had to have been 2 years ago, and the wind was crazy. We couldn't even kick extra points at this point. The wind was so bad, they kept going for 2-point conversions.
God, that's savage.
But I will say, I thought the fans were great. I didn't get there early enough to really hang out in the tailgate area or whatever. But I bought tickets that were close enough in the end zone, so I just wanted to get on either A, get on TV, which I did, or B, catch a football either via kickoff or whatever. And a football landed 2 seats away from me, so I know I was so close. But I had a great time and. They had great hot dogs in the stadium.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, think about this. Philadelphia has restaurants Zama, love sushi. Come on, Redstone. Hello, still here, guys.
Kathy.
Oh, yes.
I mean, and Buffalo has
Wings.
Hey, let me ask
the
you.
Bills.
Do you have Wetzel's Pretzels there by any chance?
Oh, I don't know.
Casey's a big fan.
Good wings.
Yeah.
But Buffalo was great, man. But like I said, what a hard place to play, man. Hard place.
Wow. Nice. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. How about that, man?
Yeah, you got your own backstage and all that. Everything. What is your writer like? Is there anything super unique in a John Dorenbos writer when you show up at the Borgata?
Michelob. So this is funny.
Yeah.
So I was never. I didn't really drink alcohol a whole lot, and I never drank beer. I didn't like beer, right? I didn't like beer. So my wife's like, "Oh, this is cool. So when you stop working out and stop playing football, now you're going to drink beer."
Right.
Okay. Good timing. So I got nothing crazy. I just got my Michelob Gold Ultras carb conscious beer.
Carb conscious beer.
Crazy.
That's it.
And do you have? All right. So do you have an exclusive partnership with a playing card? Do you know what I mean?
So I use bicycles now. This is crazy. That the president of United States Playing Card Company, huge fan, very nice guy. But this company, zero advertising, zero endorsements for anybody. They just don't need it. They don't
They're
do
just
it.
the best.
And
They're like the Louisville Sluggers. you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, why?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good point.
And is that the choice for most magicians? Bicycle?
For me, yeah. Apparently, I like the air cushion finish. Apparently, just gets it done for me.
Cushion finish.
Air cushion finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I keep these guys everywhere. But bicycle is the most consistent. And now you're gonna get me going. But to be able just to kind of do things like that looked really good on Zoom right there. But they just feel good. They just look good, right? And so they fan nice. Like, come on, are you kidding me? Watch this. Hey, for those at home, I'm just
that's impressive.
That's an impressive fan. Hey, John, can you do the one where you're just holding the deck in your hand flat and you just flip that top card up in the air and over? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, and he's coughing him up. I'm blown away by that stuff. It's just.
This comes out of the center. Oh,
man.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man, and he catches it. Here's something here. Little zoom something for you. It's going to be hard. Preston, you're the guy in the camera here, so I'm just going to use you. Just say stop.
And stop right there. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna out jog that.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hard here on Zoom, but here we go. Can you see that or no?
Yep, I got it.
What do you see?
I see the 10 of diamonds.
Ooh. Perfect. Do you have a cell phone, a wallet, pad of paper?
I got a cell phone.
He's got a cell phone and whatever you need.
I have a pad of paper and a wallet.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Do you have all three?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, get them. Okay.
We're a major market show.
Yeah. Okay, so put your wallet on your hand first.
Okay. Dear God.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah.
And then your phone on top of that.
Okay.
Pad of paper on top of that.
Yeah.
And then your hand on top of that.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be sick. One more time. What do you see?
10 of diamonds.
10 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hopefully this will work. I don't know, but watch. If we take the 10 through Zoom,
It's gone.
Okay. Wow.
we can get it to vanish.
Okay.
Preston, lift your hand up.
Dude, no. Okay.
Lift the paper up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing under the paper. Yep.
Yeah. Put it down. Lift the phone up.
Okay.
Yeah. And now put that down.
Okay.
And now just lift your wallet straight up.
Okay.
Is there something on your hand? You would have flipped out if it was. Hold on.
Okay.
You know what? It might have not gone through. Can you pick your wallet up again?
Yeah.
Can you open it?
Yes.
Is there something inside? Go ahead and look through there. Is there something in the?
Are you serious?
Shut up.
No way.
Stop it.
There's a 10 of diamonds in Preston's
I mean,
wallet.
that's as good as I can get through Zoom. Right there.
Which one of you a-holes
put it
took
in
my
there?
wallet and put this
Not
in here?
me.
That's
No.
insane.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
the 10 of diamonds.
You're the devil.
Yeah, and go Borgata Friday night. I will be there.
Yes,
Take
and
it.
honestly,
Take
that,
it, baby.
That
room
just
is
happened.
That room is perfect for Magic, by the way.
Why-
It's going to
yeah.
be awesome.
Why couldn't you do that with like $100 bill?
I thought it was going to, like, if I had a $10 bill or something
Yeah.
like in that he would.
That's awesome.
Screw you, man. And I mean that lovingly. That's insane, dude. You're crazy. All right, John,
Love it.
we love you, pal. It's good to talk to you. And have a great
if you
time in
guys-
AC.
Yeah, and if you guys want to give away tickets, give them away. Let me know.
All right, that'd be awesome.
All
Yeah.
right, thank you
Nice.
so
Cool.
much.
Love it.
John freaking Dorenbos.
Now you're trying to figure out what the hell happened. I had nothing to do with that.
That's freaking me out, man.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was just going to make it. I thought he was just going to say that it was a joke, which it was, and and it was funny.
And then it's in your wallet.
This was in my wallet. I didn't do that.
Sure you didn't.
One of you guys did it.
No.
One of you guys
No.
did it.
No.
One of you guys did it.
No.
I'll find out later.
That's Magic, man. Wow. Don't if you upgrade to the premium package on Zoom, it comes with Magic.
Is that what it comes with? That's effed up.